All right, and welcome back to, I guess, part two of my Techsplaining or something, or average to average, or maybe some of some of what I say might even help, a higher skilled person, but highly doubtful. But I would love to know if I at least made some impact. So early, before we started off with our what I would consider our light units. Um, They all are very useful and have their own niches. And let's get on to those that are very hard to really do here. Starting off with the sledgehammer. Look at this little guy. It's like a little tank. Not really the best, but we have our first unit here with field maintenance. Increases their HP by 30% and automatically restores 4.5% of max HP per second. I'm leaving out that last part upon taking damage because currently, even if they get shot down to like half or even 1 HP, one little sliver of health bar, if they sit on the field long enough, they will heal to full. So I know this tooltip might be misleading. Like, some people thinking like, well, how many seconds, does it have to heal? Like, does it have to keep taking damage in order for it to heal? No, no, don't worry. All field maintenances, they, you know, they're kind of like a war mods from League of Legends, except they're immediate. Like, even when they're taking fire, they'll be healing. So keep that in mind. Like, an always active war mods. Then we get down damage sharing. Chains adjacent sledgehammers together, increasing the HP by 120%, and then sharing damage received equally between them. This, in my opinion, is one of the biggest noob traps of them all. Damage sharing on its own is silly. Why? Well, let's give it a do over to steel balls. Yeah, steel balls and melters. Where you at, melting point? I call them melters. Yeah, you see their attack. These guys, they do scaling damage. And it takes very and not to mention storm callers too, because if one rocket hits two tanks, that's two rockets worth of damage. I'm just putting it out there. So between steel balls, and so that's five sledgehammers immediately destroyed. Oh, but it has 120 increase in HP. One rocket hits two tanks. Two steel balls on any tank that's connected to them. One singular melting point. Yeah, they'll never do damage. I mean, maybe on the final round if they don't have, melters or steel balls, maybe that could help you in a fight. But that's the only time I can see damage sharing working like that. But then there could be a case made where if you can get the nano repair as well as damage absorption, maybe it could be alright, but there's too many hard counters in my opinion for damage sharing. It's just not worth the tech. And this unit also has mech rage, and it's 1.5 to their attack speed, but they still attack. So you see a 4.5, and for reference, marksman is 3 seconds. Arc lights are 0.9. The fangs are 1.5. So, yeah, if you played around with marksman, you know that it seems like it takes a while to shoot. So basically, this will take them around the same fire rate as a marksman. It's still really good though, especially if you combine it with range enhancement and electromagnetic shock. I would say sledgehammers are okay with electromagnetic shock, but I rarely use sledgehammers myself because there's just a lot of better options, and they can only attack ground units. So, then they get the increased armor piercing bullets. Yeah, you can do carry sledgehammers, but again, they cannot attack the air. So one thing, let's clear these out. Like, let's see, build maintenance. This one's like you can do a build like this with field maintenance, armor, electromag, range, and that can help out. You know, when you get what you need. Like if you start off the round and they give you like 2 units of sledgehammers, you can, if you're in free for all, you can just sell one and get what you want, or you can keep them around and use them as like your tanky chaff with armor and field maintenance. It'll keep them alive a little bit longer. I mean, if you really want to damage sharing, but again, I highly doubt there's going to be many people to say that, damn, this is not a noob trap, but I'm going to say that it is definitely a trap. Alright, let's get happy there for a second. Storm colors. Your artillery. Well, next to the next one on mine would be scorpions, but these guys, they can do some good. But let's start with the incendiary bomb. Yeah, it decreases the range by 20. And their attacks, oh, this is cool. It will ignite an area of 5.5 meters for 15 seconds. Dealing 350 damage per second. Fantastic. Thankfully, whoever added in this last part, allied forces are vulnerable to this damage. Yeah, so if you have crawlers, yeah, they're dead. And they're gone. You have fangs that just walk over the fire. And they're gone. And yeah, I probably wouldn't pick incendiary. I mean, maybe if you're doing, if you get storm collars, but you also have the aerial specialist, or if you're just doing air in general, storm collars they can be pretty nice with the incendiary bombs, but I just wouldn't. But it's up to you how you want to do it. It can really devastate an enemy's crawler or fang. Anything small and squishy would be pretty nice to deal with. But anyways, little thing with is the fire damage. Units with shields, like fangs with a portable shield, you could probably do a combo like that because their shields will work pretty well with surviving the fire. Or a fortress with barrier. Alright, now launcher overload. They catch their attack interval in half, which is 6.3, so that's probably 3.1. They'll be shooting at the same rate as a marksman, but their range will be reduced by 40 meters. Kind of rough. But if you have range enhancement, it kind of cancels each other out. So launcher overload can be pretty sweet. I mean, it's really hard tech to pass up with all of these. But then we have high explosive ammo. They already have 5 meters, so they'll be getting like a 10.5 meters for explosives. Yeah, it decreases their attack by 40, but come on. They go to the enemy, even if they choose loose formation, it's gonna be hitting things. That's for sure. That's up to the eye of the beholder. And here we have yet another, I would say, a pretty good candidate for the electromagnetics. Because, again, they shoot a swarm of rockets. And if you get range enhancement on those bad boys, a lot of their front line, yeah, it's just not going to happen for them. Especially since they're rocket launchers. Electromagnetic can even slow down, like say like a tarantula. These are really good at countering those, by the way, as well as some other big units that are slow. You just slow them down, it will fill their field maintenance. It will get rid of disable their armor and their spider mines, or just all their tech. And it's a pretty nice, let's say a good range, because it fires a volley, and the volley randomly hits in the area. Right? Artillery for you. But yeah, we have your high explosives. So if you want to go carry storm collars, you can, but do keep in mind with the anti-air, unless people just aren't building it for whatever reason. Also pretty decent against the war factories, spammers, just saying. Anyways, we have our one unit that I'm growing attached to is the steel bolt. These guys, they're basically like baby melting points, but not just any melting points. Not only is you get 4 of them, and if all 4 latch on to any unit, after a couple seconds they're gone. And they're gone. But one of the things with the steel balls is that it's scaling damage. It's not burst. We'll get to that in a little bit, but just keep that in mind that this is scaling damage. It doesn't immediately kill them like a marksman would, like instant 2k plus damage. No. It's like an icy hot patch. Anyways, we will start off with energy absorption. Basically, vampirism. The damage they deal, they will heal. And they have range enhancement. Yeah, sorry, it's just, yeah, no. Actually, when I'm thinking about it, maybe damage sharing, since they have energy absorption, as well as armor enhancement. There could be a case, but I might try a build like that to make one later. Anyways, Yeah, the energy absorption does make it, but they still remain prone to just outright being obliterated together. So, range enhancement's really good on them. If you have a pack of crawlers in front of them, they'll be able to safely and quickly latch on to whatever is in front of them. So that's pretty good. Always a good pick for these guys. Mechanical division. Destroy when the steel ball gets destroyed, it will pop out 5 crawlers that keep fighting. And keep in mind that those crawlers also share the text if you already have crawlers. So yeah, this is really good. Like if you have, let's see, 4, right? And you have other units fighting with you, that's 5. That's 5, 10, 15, 20. That's 20 crawlers per steel ball, or per group of steel balls. It's really good at keeping enemies. Like if you run out of chaff, these guys will be your chaff, and they will make look pretty. Mechanical division is just pretty decent to have. And then your armor enhancement, increases HP by 30%. And now I think I just forgot to talk about it with the sledgehammer. Yeah, I'm very sorry about that. I'm very sorry about that. But armor enhancement is pretty decent, and I'll tell you why. Increases HP by 35%. Okay, that's alright. There's a few things that do that. And blocks 60 damage when attacked. Okay. The damage blocking effect increases with the rank. And for each rank, blocks an additional 60 damage. So yeah. Steel ball. Let's go for an example. Let's go about this way. Mustangs, 37 damage. Rank 1, they ain't doing nothing. Rank 2, 74 damage. Mustangs ain't doing nothing for them. Rank 3 Mustangs, 60, 120. Yeah, they're not doing anything for them. Well, obviously, lights for this ones. Lights, the fangs. Yeah, rank 1, the fangs will do a little bit of damage. But that's why I say Ignite is pretty sweet, just saying. Crawlers still stand a pretty solid chance to do damage to get through the armor block. Or yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's just a quick insight on armor enhancement, and it is really nice. I'm just saying, like, if you have the same rank, your steel ball as to their Mustangs, their fangs, or they're not going to do. They will do literally 0 damage. Now, of course, if they have a higher rank Mustang, then yeah, it'll do some damage. But that's that's at least a good bit of value, and it will keep your unit alive. Especially when it gets up to like if you get intense training and you just power level a unit with armor enhancement, it really adds up. Like there's nothing people can do about it. Except for electromag shot. That would be the only thing to stop it. And for right on, we'll go ahead and get this. Alright, fortified target lock. When it switches the target, lock on priority is given to the enemy with unit with the highest HP in the range. Not much to say about this. I mean, if you need steel balls to do a specific job, then this would be a solid tech to have. But for me, I just this is pretty much the basis of what I use, and it has not proved me wrong yet. But uh, I guess with fortified target lock, the only issue I see with that uh, is, let's say you got a fortress nearby, then a melter is, let's say a melter that is about to go, like it has like half health, and it really does need to go. But then you have a fortress standing next to it. And even though your steel balls might be closer to the melter, it will waste its time, especially even if it has a barrier still up. It will still target the fortress over the almost destroyed melter. And in situations like that, it's like I need these guys to do, especially with another thing that I'm hinting at with the scaling attack damage. You, for me, definitely want them to be attacked, whatever's next to them, so they don't get destroyed themselves. And then we have tarantulas. Yeah, this is another fun unit I love to play with. Um, Basically big tanks. They kind of got like auto cannons on the front. Let's get out of tech mine. Spider mines. Fires two spider mines with 750 HP every 15 seconds. Spider mines will charge at an enemy and self-destruct, dealing 4.5 thousand damage to all units within 9 meters. Spider Mine's attributes are enhanced, get increased with the Tarantula's level, HP increases by 750, and damage increases by 4,500 for unit rank increase. Now, Spider Mines, they're pretty fun. I mean, I don't really use them a lot, but basically every 15 seconds, it'll pop out basically two target dummies that will charge and do a lot of damage to whatever those little mines will get into. Kind of like the mines from the vultures off of StarCraft. Except they don't. When they get launched, they'll just keep running. But it's a lot like them, minus the burrowing part. And we got range enhancements. Always pretty nice. Mech range. With considering they have 0.6 seconds to their attack interval, I would say yeah, it's a pretty nice pick. A lot of people. Oops, sorry. Alright, anyways. Trying to not get off tangent again. I'm very sorry, people. I love this. Armor piercing bullets attack, standard attack by 50%. This is not too bad since this is a percentage. It's 50% of 580 or 1016 or 17. I love the red ones. Get back to 0. So yeah, that'll definitely give you some value. Especially with this, since the attack interval is so short, it can really come in handy. It's, 75 meters, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They'll still get outclassed by marksmen, but for what they do, pretty good job. But for the main reason a lot of people use tarantulas is not only do you have a chance of starting off with them from a operator pick. I don't know what you call those, but when you select your operator from core, like quick supply or aerial or stuff like that. A lot of people will get the tarantulas, especially in free for all, with field maintenance. Like they will go in debt for this. Simply because round one and two, these guys are a menace. Like they cannot be stopped. Uh-oh. Of course. Sorry, just dropping stuff here. Um, unless they have like phoenixes and wasps, they're trying to cheese that round one with aerial units. It's not going to matter to the tarantula. The tarantula does not care. I mean, round one, 15,000 HP with 4.5% every second. Uh, Man, how much does a single phoenix use? Oh, actually, never mind. I mean, it will still take a while for them to get destroyed by the phoenixes, but for the most part, like if they don't, spam phoenixes, these guys can do really good damage, and they can stay in there and deal with the no tech rank one march. It can get the job cleaned up. But anyways, they also have armor enhancement. Get that increased block. They can even have anti-aircraft. Um, oh boy. Yes, it can be really good to have at some points. But if you want this guy to be an absolute unit, you kind of want them to stay in the fight as much as they can with that insane attack speed, just obliterating every ground unit that comes across it. The only reason I do not like anti-aircraft ammunition is that it does not give you increased range like aerial specialization does. And for what these guys do, you can even trade out one of these two defensive abilities or even range enhancement for spider mines. It's these guys, they can be very useful in the right hands. But moving on. Let me take a sip of this coffee here. And we're done with the rhinos. I don't know. We'll get to that in a second. It's so beautiful. Alright, then we start with the Rockin' Sock'em. He does not care, he just goes at it. The Rhino. I love this guy. If you can't tell. The Rhinos Whirlwind. They basically do a Beyblade attack. Everybody loves calling this the Beyblade build every time you put in a Whirlwind. Yeah. It is pretty tough. So, basically it does damage and a half. All around it. I don't know why it says over a long time, because it seems pretty instantaneous, but yeah. Whirlwind is good for clearing waves of crawlers and fangs and things like that. Like it will not stop. This baby will keep on trucking through. Photon coating. Covers the unit with a photon coating, decreasing damage received by 30% within 25 seconds at the start of a battle. And it grants immunity to electromagnetic. And ignited acid anti-generation healing effects. Photon coating? Yeah. Simply because we'll go down when we get down to it. It also has field maintenance. It is 4.5%. I don't know why the tooltip is missing it, but no, it's not. You only get 4.5 HP. That'd be silly. But that is just like regular field maintenance. But with all the options that we're about to see, you'll see why this option does not give you the extra health like the other techs do for other units. Oh, boom! Final Blitz. One of the meatiest and the most favorite of all. And another reason why I love big photon coating, because electromagnetic, it does not care. Activates self-destruct mechanism at 0 HP, dealing damage equivalent to the Rhino's max HP to all units within 48 meters. Now, I think there is a slight caveat to this, as I don't think it affects aerial units. I could just be very tired trying to look at this stuff, but yeah, I didn't notice any of that action. But that at rank 1, 19,000 damage. How much HP is a rank 1 fortress? That's knocking almost half of his health gone. He is toast. This sandworm, half of them is gone. Should I have none on this? People like the tarantula's gone. Yeah, why am I even know that they're gone too? Saber-tooths? Yeah, they're gone too. And one of the things you can do about rhinos is their explosions, they chain. So you have two rhinos together charging at, like, say, a sandworm or a fortress. Yeah, once one rhino dies, everything in that vicinity is gonna die. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Rhinos, my favorite. Not always the best, but when you want to have some fun, play with a rhino. But including with this is mech rage. I'm not too worried about the attack interval, but the increase for movement speed would be pretty critical. You want these guys to close the gap as soon as possible. So either Final Blitz, or if you're doing the Beyblade, they can get in closer and they can move from one rank to the next. Just absolutely devastating. And speaking of Beyblade, wreckage recycling. Upon destroying an enemy, restore HP equal to the enemy's HP. So if you have Beyblade going, you're restoring HP from every crawler, everything, just everything around you. Yeah, it can keep your rhino alive, especially if you manage to get a nano item drop. That'll basically give them field maintenance. So they would be restoring 9% of their max HP, which is already pretty nice. And they'll just keep healing and destroying, and there is no stopping this rhino. But then we have power armor. It's another good one, and especially for this build, because for slow, electro, let's see, actually I'm not 100% sure on this. I mean, even with photon coding, but with the immunity to slow, like let's say your Rhino dude is still moving along and just destroying things. Um, I'm not exactly sure what slows. I don't think this ability makes any sense. Why don't I think it makes any sense? Because the only thing that I know of that slows you down is electromagnetic shock, and if that hits you, all your techs get disabled anyways. I'll have to do some further research onto that if I'm able to. But if what I'm thinking is correct, even with photon coding, it's just rough on that. But the immunity to slow, I think acid slows people, right? Hold on, let me look at my boy just real quick. No, it does not. Crawler? Nope. Only thing that slows them down is the electromagnet, which I think if this works properly, then that would mean even if your Rhino gets electromag, it should still be moving at full speed. Should. So, if anybody knows any extra info on the effects of power armor, the interactions of power armor against being electromagnets, I would greatly appreciate it. Probably help out a lot. And of course, they get armor enhancement, but this one gives them 50% increase to their HP. So, in a way, you could potentially have two rhinos together. One blows up, and it won't kill the other rhino because it will have like 60 or 120 HP left. But they will have 50% more HP. This is a tough one. Anyways, that's our boy the Rhino. One cool thing you can do with these guys is a lot of people get them as a unit drop. They get like 2 or 3 of them at like rank 4 or 5. When you get them Final Blitz and Photon Coating at least, at the bare minimum, these guys can make for really annoying flankers. And if they have like a bunch of Mustangs or whatever trash to try to slow them down, you can always pick up armor enhancement. Again, 60 damage or damage blocks per rank. Yeah, those Mustangs ain't doing nothing. And will definitely slow down the crawlers from destroying the Rhino. But let's carry on to the next star of the show. As you can probably tell from my last video, their video before last with the hacker is I've been having a lot of fun with these guys. Yes, they're hard to pull off to a degree, but touching base on them, I know I already have a whole video out, but just touching base with them. So, if you haven't seen it, basically, I go over between the difference of multi-control, electromag, You really want to keep barrier up to keep them and the chaff in front of them alive, and as well as just extra support. Range enhancements are obvious, and so is enhanced control. Uh, you could go crazy. You can do something like that, but then the hackers, they have almost no health. They will perish. But come on, 20,000 extra HP? Yeah. But yeah, considering the interactions between the hacker and the damage scalers, uh, yeah. Since these do not do burst damage and the damage will ramp up, that means 9 times, well, I would say 10 times out of 10, if you don't have any other units attacking, you will always get that hack quickly and efficiently. Because I've seen a lot of people, they just try to make hackers work and they're using like phoenixes, marksmen, and overlords and stuff like that. And it's like, dude, I see you have like 8 hackers on your field, and you're getting almost no hacks on. Like, really? Another good pairing with if you're gonna be doing a few hackers, is Mustangs and Fangs. But yeah, we'll go through the text as a part of Techsplaining here. Yes, multi-control decreases the range by 25 meters, but allows them to control up to 5 different enemies, or hack into 5 different enemies. But they each have 17% of their original efficacy. It is really hard. Like, they do not ramp up. I'm guessing it's their beams work weird. I'm guessing without multi-control, they do about 585, I guess, damage worth of the unit's HP, but it doesn't damage the enemy. You know what I'm saying? It's like 585 at interval of 0.3. It would take them. It would take one hacker quite a while to just hack into a rhino, but they say it would take them about a second to hack into a rank 1 Stormcaller or Sledgehammer. Mustangs will be quick. Get Marksmen. Hackers are just weird, but that's the base thing I can think of is that the hacker's attack stat basically affects how fast they hack a unit. And when you're into like intense combats, it's at least I would like to have either a few sets of steel balls or melters, just to just to make sure I always get that hack. And that's one thing I think about the fortified target lock, because the hacker doesn't have it. It will target the nearest, whether it be chaff or anything. So I would very much prefer to have my steel balls to assist into the hacking. So we can get more and more units altogether. So at 17% of the original control efficiency, I'm just not a fan of that. Unless you have like a bunch of hackers, I just don't see it. I mean, you could have, if you're just doing pure support, you don't care about hacking, you can do this right here where it'll electromag up to 5 enemies at one time with the chance of controlling them if it gets the controls right, while keeping its durability and range. Well, some of its range. Yeah. I mean, it's already got decent enough range, but you want these guys as far back as possible. Um, but yeah, they're ground only, so obviously have anti-air support with them. Um, as I would say, Mustangs, they don't do crazy burst damage, but they do really good chip damage. And you get enough Mustangs together, it will literally cause Overlord to crash due to the sheer weight of lead. But yeah, the units like the Mustangs, the Steel Balls, Fangs, even Crawlers, just low damage units, they work pretty well with the hackers. And one thing that I like about electromagnetic interference with them is that it will lock. Like if you're going up against, say, a rhino or a saber tooth, a tarantula, whatever. Not only will it disable the text, but it will let the Mustangs basically just do the damage, or the steel balls against the enemy's armor, or uh, their field maintenance, the HP recovery. So multi-control, that's up to you, but that's just not for me unless it gets some good. Unless I want to do something crazy, but barrier is kind of obvious. It's got the 20k extra health pretty much, and protection for every rank. That's good. 40 health, and this unit, I'm sorry, 40 range. And we got enhanced control. Okay. So when you are doing free for all, you will occasionally get the annoyance of enemy hackers, and it is really obnoxious because let's say you got your sledgehammers, taking damage, and the enemy hackers are taking your sledgehammers from you. Not only are that sledgehammer taking damage from the enemy, but when the hacker takes over your sledgehammer, it will then get attacked by your units. They will stop what they're doing and aim at it, because that's the closest enemy unit nearby. It's always helpful, at least in my opinion, to have hackers when you see the AI hackers themselves, because chances are, the extra units that spawn in with the hackers is going to mess you up big time. They're going to clear out your chat. Then the AI hackers are just going to make your day a living nightmare, and you lose either like that round, whichever round that may be. So having your own hacker unit, if you don't like hackers, you don't use them. Um, if you're facing against the AI and you really don't want to suffer through that round of free for all, or if like in 2v2, 1v1s, if the enemy has hackers, you can get a hacker as well, just to slowly take your units back. Basically, you'll have like a hacker war where enemy targets sledgehammer, it takes your sledgehammer, then your hacker would have hacked something already, and then it would, after it's hacked that, it would hack your sledgehammer again, and then the other enemy hacker will be hacking into the unit that was already hacked. It's like a hack section, basically. It's just like a tug of war, but it's a tug of war that could save you the round, because not only is the enemy hacker busy trying to take back what it already took, or whatever unit's closest to it, but it's just a fun little thing to keep in mind, so you're not suffering at the hands of the hacker. Before diabolical hands. Yeah. Anyways, I love the hacker. But yeah, I think this is it. I'm getting kind of tired, but I think next round we'll cover. I guess we'll go ahead and we'll cover the air units next. The Wasp, the Phoenix, the Wraith, and the Overlord. Um, yeah, yeah, that'll work. And we'll get to the special units as well. But all right. I guess thank you for sitting in with me, listening to me babble about text and stuff. Um, if any of this has helped you out, or if this is entertaining in any way, please do like, leave, uh, give me a like or dislike if you didn't like it. Subscribe if you wish to see more. And oh, no, comment. Leave me a comment down below. I would greatly appreciate those. Let me know how I'm doing, and you know, it's kind of crazy. Get a lot of these views on some of my videos, but I've got like zero feedback, and it's kind of worrisome. Like I don't know if you're like real people or if somebody's trying to mess with me or something. So if you could at least let me know that you're not like one of these guys, or you're not a little robot, I would definitely appreciate saying hi or what's up or you suck or just something, just give me a little bit of hope here. But I guess with that, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day. Thank you.